Okay, first video of 2021. Let's get it. Hi there, everybody. Today I wanted to discuss my 2021 K-pop collection plans. Without further ado, let's begin. I will include timestamps for every single group mentioned, so you can just skip from here to there and you don't have to watch the entire video, because why would I make you suffer like that? But yeah, let's begin. So the first group we're going to be talking about is apink, of course, one of my female ults. So for apink, the albums that I am missing are Seven Springs of Apink, which is their debut album. Then I'm missing Pink Up, the B version, Look, the YOS version. That's all the Korean stuff I'm missing. And as for the Japanese stuff, I am missing Pink Stories, Pink Doll, and Sunday Monday, the single. I thought about this. I'm not going to be buying Pink Season, which is their first full Japanese album, mainly because there's like no original like Japanese songs on it from apink, so I just don't want to buy an album which has only like Japanese versions of their Korean songs, so it just doesn't feel worth it to me, so I don't want to force myself to buy it. So there's that. Really great thing that happened to me in 2020, that I came to a realization that I don't have to buy everything that has my ultimates names on it, so I think that's really good. So, and I'm not collecting apink photo cards, so because I don't have a bias in apink, and if I would collect apink photo cards, I would collect all the members, and I don't have the money for that, so yeah, no collecting apink photo cards. So it's just going to be albums, and hoping to finally complete my apink Korean collection. My plan was to complete it last year. Of course, it did not happen because of COVID, but now I want to go back and finish it. And as for member solos, I am still pretty undecided on that, because it's not that I don't enjoy apink's solo music, it's just I don't see it as a top priority, especially since I collect so many other groups. So we'll see. If I like the idea in the future, then maybe I'll go through with it. Okay, after apink we have Monsta X, my number one alt boy group, obviously. This is not news if you watch my channel. So for Monsta X, I have a majority of their stuff, so it's not like I'm falling behind a lot. The albums that I'm missing are Fantasia X, all 4 versions. That's like the only Korean album I'm missing from them. Again, wasn't able to buy it because of COVID. And I'm missing All About Love. Like, I bought like the group version of All About Love. Now I am missing the member version, and I debated on which member I want to get, and I think I'm gonna get Chungkyun's. So yeah, a goal is to get Chungkyun's All About Love cover, and if I can't find Chungkyun for a good deal, then I'll get another member. It doesn't matter, because I love every single Monsta X boy equally. And as for photo card collection wise, I really desperately want to finish my Wonho photo card collection. I am only 8 cards away from completing Wonho, so really hoping to do that. And of course, I will continue buying Wonho's albums and Monsta X's albums, and if Monsta X does any subunits or solo releases, I will obviously buy those releases. Okay, then you have SF9, my second alt boy group, and for SF9, I'm missing 3 albums, and that is Knights of the Sun, Breaking Sensation, and Burning Sensation. Thank God FNC decided to reprint those albums. Like, I hate that company, but they finally did something right by reprinting those albums so I can go back and get them. And my other goal is to complete Huyoung's photo card collection. Yeah, I feel like the only thing that is like really intimidating me from completing Huyoung is that his first collection cards go for really expensive for some reason. But yeah, I am determined to finish that boy's PC collection. Then we have Red Velvet. Again, Red Velvet, the reason why I'm struggling to collect them is because a lot of their albums have gone out of print, and SM being the shit company they won't reprint them. Thank God I have Finale. Thank God I have that album. But albums that I'm missing are Perfect Velvet, The Velvet, and Ice Cream Cake, both versions, which mean I have to, buy them used. So that's the thing I have to do. And a Monster, I'm missing the boyz version and one of the normal versions, so I have to get Monster. Monster isn't a top priority, but I do really want to get all the versions for that because I love Irene and Silky. If possible, I want to get the La Rouge photo book. I don't know if I'll be able to get it this year, but I really do want to get it because that photo book is so pretty, and I get so jealous when I see Red Velvet collectors unbox it because I really want it, but it's kind of pricey, so it's not super expensive, but it's like, I don't know if I want to get it with shipping and everything. And I do want to work on my Wendy PC collection. I feel like what's been really intimidating me from collecting Wendy is that her finale PCs go for so expensive, which is literally the bane of my existence. But I've decided that finale PCs won't be a top priority, and I'm just gonna focus on getting as much as I can from before finale, and hoping that the album that they release this year, like as OT5, their PCs won't go for expensive. And on to the next group, which is IZ*ONE. IZ*ONE won't be releasing much this year, which is unfortunate because their contracts are gonna come to an end. And I do have all of their Korean albums. Their recent album, One Reeler, is like on the way when I'm filming this. So yeah, and I do want to complete Eunbi's photo cards for this year, her Korean album cards, and also some non-album PCs that I want from her. And if Eunbi gets added to Rocket Punch, then I'm gonna have to start collecting Rocket Punch, which isn't like I have to do, because I do love Rocket Punch. They're like my 6th favorite girl group, and I really do love their music. If Eunbi gets added to Rocket Punch, then I'll start collecting Rocket Punch, and also her, and maybe Juri too, because Juri is my RP bias. And as for Japanese albums, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no desire at the moment to collect IZ*ONE's Japanese releases, because I'm not a big fan of it, except for their first 2 singles, so there's that. Oh, and I forgot to mention this about SF9, but I also don't have a big desire to collect SF9's Japanese things, because, don't get me wrong, I love them very much, but they don't release original Japanese music, and if they do, then maybe I'll get that. Oh, and also for Red Velvet, I do want to get #Cookie Jar and Sappy, because I love Red Velvet's Japanese music. Oh, and Monsta X's Japanese music. I love Monsta X's Japanese discography, but it's not a top priority, right now at least. If I can catch up with Monsta X, then maybe I'll start getting their Japanese stuff. Moving on, then we have the boyz, which is gonna be the toughest to collect album-wise, not necessarily photocard-wise, because I am 16 albums behind on them, and I really want to catch up slowly. So hopefully my goal isn't to complete Sangyeon's PC collection. My goal for now is to get all the albums. That is the goal for now for the boyz. And of course, I will trade and buy some Sangyeon cards here and there, but collecting Sangyeon's PCs for now isn't a top priority. It's just getting the albums. That's going to be a challenge for now. Then we have enhypen, which is another boy group I decided to start collecting because I love them and I watched the reality show. So there is that. I am obviously going to be buying all versions for enhypen because I'm trash for them. And I am going to be collecting all of Sunghoon's album selfie cards. Collecting his non-album PCs is not a priority. I'll get like 1 or 2 that I like, but I'm not going to get all of them. So that is enhypen. No plans on collecting any Japanese releases if they release any, which they probably will because TXT has released a lot of Japanese stuff. Then we have Twice. My plan for Twice is to collect 1 version of all of their albums. I know I have 2 copies of Fancy, but mainly because I love the song so much. So only 1 version. I have to be strict with myself. Collecting Geo's PCs, it's not a top priority for me right now. Again, like the boyz, my priority is to get all the albums, and then I'm going to work on the PCs. So there's that. Okay, then we have lovelyz. Now, I love lovelyz. They are a very special group to me, but I don't think they're gonna be releasing things super fast. That's why getting all of their albums isn't like top priority, but I do want to complete my lovelyz collection, I don't know, by the end of the year, hopefully, so because I do love them very much. And as for GA's photo cards, now honestly collecting lovelyz photo cards is pretty hard for me at least because because not a lot of people collect them, so it's hard to trade or buy. So my priority is just getting the albums, and I love GA. She is one of my old biases, so I'll just try to get as many PCs I can find of hers, even if I can't complete the entire thing. Then we have GOT7. Now GOT7 has a little asterisk next to it because GOT7's contracts are going to go up next year, and because of how JYP treats GOT7, a lot of people are saying that members are going to leave or the group is going to be no more, unfortunately, and I can't confirm any of that or deny any of that, so I don't know. I love GOT7. They mean a lot to me. They have meant a lot to me for years now. So I'm kind of sad that I only started collecting them last year and not in 2018 when I wanted to start collecting them. So my plan is to, I don't know, it just really depends on how I continue feeling about them in 2021. If I still feel excited, then I will buy one version of all the albums, and I do want to collect JB's PCs, but again, it really depends if they're like active in some sort of way. Like, they don't have to be active as a whole group, but it's like if the members are doing something, you know, as idols, as musicians, then, and I still have that, you know, loving attachment feeling towards them, then maybe I will continue buying them. I mean, I still buy their albums, but I don't know, it's like if I will continue like actively buying and supporting them if they're not GOT7 anymore. You know, it's kind of tragic. Then we have Day6, another JYP boy group that's been making me sad nowadays. And I love Day6, they mean the world to me. And oh my god, buying their albums have been such a pain for me because JYP does not properly reprint or restock a lot of them. And I do have a lot of their albums, and I don't want to sell them. I don't have the heart to sell them off just because I can't complete the collection. So it depends. It depends. If they return as 5, then I will try to complete the collection, but it's not top priority. And I don't collect Youngtae's cards because he's just not an easy person to collect, so there's that. Then, last but not least, we have stayc. Now, I have everything stayc has released so far, which is only their debut single. But for stayc, I will continue collecting them on the condition that their music continues impressing me like it did with their debut single and B-side. And if Aisa's photo cards don't go for super expensive, then I will, you know, start collecting her. So there is that. And yeah, really hoping for that. For now, I have no like plans to collect another boy group, and I'm not dropping collections for groups that I used to collect, like Golden Child and 17. It's just, you know, like I want to focus on my top 10 groups for now, and I'm still keeping the albums from those groups because they do mean a lot to me. So there is that. And I won't be collecting another boy group unless I finish my Huyoung, Wonho, and Sunghoon photo card collections. So no more collecting boy groups, new boy groups until then. And I am open to collecting more girl groups. And there is one girl group I really want to collect, and that is ITZY. And I want to collect Ryujin's photo cards at that. And I feel like I will start that collection once I'm caught up with Eunbi. But yeah, those are my K-pop collection plans for 2021. I think it's much more organized, so there's that. But hoping that in 2021, things will be much better and my K-pop collection will come together much better then. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. And Happy New Year to you all.